Typically, you don't care when you're buying a business, right? So 95% of the time, you're going to be buying the assets of the company, okay? You're not buying the company itself. So it has its own legal entity. You're not buying that legal entity. You have your own legal entity. You're going to buy their assets and pull it and push it into yours. So most of the time, it doesn't matter, right? So their tax situation is their tax situation, has zero relevance on the purchase price and how you are doing things. Now, there are certain circumstances where you have to buy their legal entity, okay? And under those circumstances, let's say they have a bunch of contracts with a government, and those contracts are not transferable to a new owner. So the only way you can buy that company is you have to buy the company, the whole thing, okay? And that is unfortunate for two reasons. I'm not telling you not to do it, but you got to understand the liabilities you just assumed because you bought the company and you bought all the skeletons, all the dead people in all the closet, all the assaults or harassment suits or anything that happened 10 or 15 years ago. Let's say there was a sexual harassment thing that happened and it was 15 years ago. Since you just bought that company, you just bought that sexual harassment, and they're like, oh, well, new owner. Now I'm not scared to bring it because the old owner, it was him, let's say. New owner, I'm going to bring that lawsuit now. Guess who's liable for it? New guy is, because you bought all their liabilities, known and unknown, if that makes sense. So again, I'm not telling you not to do that, because if you love the company and there's no way to assume those contracts, you got to buy it that way, but you got to understand what you're getting yourself into. Now, you can write some indemnification clauses to protect yourself a little bit, but you're still going to get sued without a doubt. And to further protect yourself is you can maybe talk the seller into like, man, I want to hold back some of my purchase price for a couple years to cover some of these things I don't know about if they come up, right? So it's $1 million purchase price. You may put a couple $100,000 in escrow. That's released in 24 months if there hasn't been any lawsuits.